I never knew how to invest properly and never really learned that. And so my go-to was to take all the money and invest in a retirement, a Roth, different kinds of stock market tools and say, oh God, please let the markets work in my favor. Palak talks about how she made that transformation. That resonated with me, and my investments in real estate is in my control. So that sense of empowerment, that sense of confidence that I am herding this sheep and not leaving it up to someone else to take care of it. That's my 2.0, like that confidence that I can do it. Like I don't have to, pay someone and then hope that they are acting in my best interest.
Hey, this is Neeti, and what you're about to hear today is a very special episode with one of the members from our portfolio program.
We call these Sensei Sessions. These interviews are designed to give you perspective about what you can achieve with the right strategies and execution.
I hope you enjoy this episode, and for free resources, check out our show notes section to see how you can build and scale your portfolio.
Tell us all about you. Tell us who you are, where you're based, where you invest, your portfolio size, what you do for a living. Let us get to know you.
Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sucharita. I'm a neuroscientist by training. I work for the pharmaceutical company in the CNS space. I'm a medical science liaison. For those of you who don't know, I'm a scientific educator for my W-2.
Amazing.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anupam. I'm a photographer and entrepreneur. I used to work as a software engineer in tech until last year when I quit and started following my passion. We are based in San Diego, and we invest in Little Rock area in Arkansas.
Portfolio.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
We have an ARV of 550,000.
Amazing. And you said you quit your job as a software engineer and started following your passion. For those of us who don't know what that passion is, can you spend like 10 seconds?
So my passion is photography. So I always used to, when I would get stressed out in my, W2, I just, take my camera, go to the desert, or go to the mountains nearby and just, spend a few hours or maybe overnight clicking pictures. So that was my kind of stress buster. And I realized, this is something that I kind of needed full time. So,
Amazing.
I just quit my job and I realized this is what I'm going to do full time. So this is what I'm doing right now.
That's fantastic. And your portfolio is over 500,000. I love it. I love it. If you look back at when you were just thinking about real estate investing versus today, how has it changed you? And I say this, and I love asking this question, and I love talking about this because there's a saying in the business world, which is the more you work on your business, the more it works on you. Meaning, I truly think that whether it's real estate investing, whether it's an active business, whatever you're scaling, the business is scaling, but with it, your skills, your mindset, who you are as a person is also scaling. And that is the biggest asset, because Nidhi always says you can lose everything one day, but what you have learned and what you will pass on in terms of knowledge and expertise, that no one can take away from you. So I would love to know, how has building wealth changed you as a person? What is you 2.0? What is this level? How is it different than who you were before?
It's a sense of empowerment. I always was told you have to be financially independent and, make your own money and be someone who does the job and brings in income. But I never knew how to invest properly and never really learned that. And so my go-to was to take all the money and invest in a retirement, a Roth, different kinds of stock market tools and say, oh God, please let the markets work in my favor, right? I was throwing money in as an investor, but not really having any kind of control over whether that's going to be doing well or not doing well. And think the 2.0 version is my investments in real estate is in my control. How well they do and how badly they perform is in my hands. So that sense of empowerment, that sense of confidence that I am herding this sheep and not leaving it up to someone else to take care of it. that's my 2.0, like that confidence that I can do it. Like I don't have to, pay someone and then hope that they are acting in my best interest.
Right. Right. The mindset change, right? I mean, that you are in control of what you're doing. Uh, before I joined this program, like working as a software engineer, we had like a set things that we do and then, just come home, forget about it, and then, be stressed out. With this program, I mean, it's the biggest thing I feel is the mindset change that I have that, I can actually grow the wealth for us, for our kids. And, and like Sucharita said, it's in our control, right? So, that's what I resonate most with.
I love that. So as you guys think about, your next level that you're at right now, has it led to the shedding of some of the things that maybe you grew up with, some of the things that you were trained to do or think? Are there cycles that you have broken without even trying to go that direction? So I'll give you my example. Like yes, I wanted to invest in real estate. Yes, I wanted to build wealth. But as I started growing myself, I really had to break the cycle of risk taking. That I wasn't really raised to take so many big risks. And it was a huge thing for me. And it was very uncomfortable for people around me when we started doing that. And over, we've been at it for a decade. And now people around us have gotten comfortable with how we operate, and they come to us for advice, and it's a ripple effect. We're inspiring everybody around us. But I remember the beginning when it was really uncomfortable because people really didn't understand why we were taking risks, what we were doing, how we were spending our time doing things that we weren't trained to do. And so that's just one example. That's my example. I'd love to know for you what has been a cycle that you're breaking that's maybe making people around you feel uncomfortable. And Sucharita is smiling and making you feel like, okay, I understand that you don't get it, but we're doing this because we get it.
We're always told, oh, if you do this, the housing market will crash and all your houses will be worth nothing, and we still have friends who are in that W2 / our parents' generation who give us that same advice. And so what my biggest shift here was, just as easily all of the stocks that I'm buying, all of my retirement portfolio could just as easily vanish. How is this any different? How is this an irresponsible debt versus the other one is a more responsible way to use your money? If you're diversifying your portfolio, what you are ending up doing is basically staying net zero because something is losing and the other thing is gaining. And I'm like, you're not going anywhere. And so for me, that's the biggest growth piece, that money is money. It's got nothing to do with how this is a bad way to manage money, that is a good way to manage money. That is your way of, that is the way that works if you have two people who have full-time jobs and who have no other bandwidth to do anything. This is a completely perfect way to do it in a way that is a little more involved. So yeah, that was a big mindset shift, that just because someone else thinks this is bad debt doesn't mean that this is bad debt. That's just how the economy worked then, and the equations change. And if you don't adapt to equation changes, that's
Right.
just where things go. Yeah.
Like taking loans and mortgages, it's a common theme in Indian subcontinent. Like the way we grew up, like taking loans and borrowing money, it's like a big taboo. No, that you're kind of tanking yourself. I mean, you're not gonna go anywhere with that. So that was the biggest mindset and idea change, that hey, you can actually use this to work for yourself and build your growth, build your wealth, grow your wealth, spend more time with your family while doing it. So
and one thing that we never learned is that the math actually works better with leveraging. You are building something while your cash flow is still high. It's not that you're taking an excessive risk. So when you're just focusing on the emotional connotation of having the debt, you're making decisions that work against the actual numbers. That's and that was the biggest like eye opener. I'm like, huh? Why will I use $90,000 that I have managed to hoard and buy one property when I can have a cash flow across 10 different properties that will generate a lot
Yes.
more? And right? So,
And
Yes.
it's all backed
And
by data, right? I mean,
yeah.
you come in Sunday calls, do the deal analysis, and you see, hey, this works, this doesn't work, move on, or invest more time here. So, yeah.
and it's not just cash flow, right? You're getting advantages of appreciation, debt pay down, forced appreciation because you're borrowing them. And of course, there is the point of really learning how to do this at scale. There's just so many advantages of doing this. Amazing. You've had success so fast for someone who's starting out and they're trying to figure out, where do I invest? How do I build this team? How do I analyze deals? Why am I the only one that's taking so long to put that offer in? And these are questions we all struggle with, right, in the beginning of starting any business. So I'd love to know, what helped you fast track your journey to getting that first deal under contract? Did you do something specific to work on yourself? Did you have something tactical that really helped you move forward fast? What were some of the things you did to get results so fast?
I was going to say the SOPs that you had, it kind of laid out very systematically what the steps were. It's almost like I'm doing an assay in the lab for the first time, and someone hands me the protocol. And these are the steps. These are the stuff that you need. These are the steps that you need. Just follow the steps. And I just followed the steps. And I'm like, oh, now I have a realtor. Oh, now I have a GC. Oh, now I have a it just literally following the SOPs were helpful. Beyond just the modules, the SOPs themselves had it very, very systematically laid out stepwise for me.
I love that you compared it to like a lab experiment. Like, okay, now put a drop of this.
That's the scientist in there.
um, so with this focus that you've had so far and how far you've all come, I'd love to know, what's your vision? What do you guys want to do? Like, tell me like, you're here today, where do you want to be? What's the big vision that you have? If you see yourself 5 years from now, where do you see yourself? I'd love to know.
The ability to spend more time with kids. And, I see that, I'm seeing that already, I'm spending more time with my kids. I even joined the activities that they were doing. I know if people have seen our introductory video a couple of months ago on the portfolio Facebook page, I started doing karate with my daughter. I started learning swimming. For 40 years, I didn't learn how to swim. And then I just started swimming. And then, I can now not drown and at least call for help.
You and me are the same.
So, and where we want to be, I have a little story. Like, I was playing poker at one of the Vegas casinos like 6-7 years ago, and this player's just sitting right next to me, and between hands he started showing me on his phone, hey, you know what, see, I own this property, I have this Airbnb, I have this rental property, and like, how many do you have? Like 20 odd properties. And next time you come to Lake Tahoe, ping me and you can stay at my one of my properties. How long have you been doing this? And he says, yeah, it's like about 4 or 5 years. And at that time I was like, man, I can never do this, with my, W-2 job and, all the things that we have, the kids and everything. But now I see I can actually do it, and this is where I want to be. That, I can, if anything, I can maybe inspire more people that, it is possible, just have faith, trust the community, amazing people in this community. We pop a question on the Facebook page and, within minutes we have like amazing answers, and they're actually relatable, right? Oh yeah, I mean, we can actually do this, we can try the solution, we can go this route. So just trust the process, trust the people, and you can achieve what you want.
I don't want to quit my corporate job. I love what I do in pharma. I get to make an impact doing what I trained myself to do for a very long time. And honestly, for me, I was a researcher in an academic setting not that long ago. And so for me, this is an honor where I'm at professionally to be able to do what I do. I don't want to change that. The difference was back then, my thing was I'll do my own professional development and, live my sole purpose. He's the one who's making money to keep the house afloat. That is not my responsibility. Right now, that is an additional thing that I have taken on. And I'm blessed that I'm able to take on this role as well. But I want to be able to give him that cushion that he provided me, that do whatever you need to, I've got this covered. Beyond just today, even in the future. So he has so many dreams that he wanted to, be able to pursue. For him, like being able to go to Iceland to take pictures and things like that, that's like a dream. And I'm like, that shouldn't be a dream, that should be very, very achievable. And I want him to be able to do that, and while I continue to do what I love doing and building the future that both of us enjoy living together. Yes, we are going to probably run into problems where he's like, I want to be here with the kids 6 months of the year. And I'm like, I like what I do. Can I continue to do what I'm doing?
You're gonna make me
Yeah.
cry, man. That is amazing. Yeah. That is beautiful. And I think being able to provide that for someone, I mean, if that's not God's work. Okay.
Well, thank you. Thank you for
Yes.
actually, showing the path that it is doable.
This is amazing. I can just go on, but I'm gonna spotlight Cheryl while I stop crying. Where's Cheryl? Where'd you go?
Hey, I'm here.
Oh, you're here. Thank you.
You guys are so
Oh my God.
incredible. And to be able to share your truth, right? How powerful do you feel now with the knowledge that you have, the knowledge that you've gotten from this community? How powerful do you feel?
I've always had that confidence to take the leap of faith and, do things that align with what I feel is right, because I had that support. And, from a financial perspective, we're always taught like you cannot let the, baseline slip, right? The baseline has to be where, and then you build from there. And with REI, with Palak and Niti's coaching, with all of that, what it gives me is the confidence that even now, the minute corporate decides that their track is going to be different than what I want to do with my life, I have the confidence to say, okay, bye, this doesn't work for me anymore. I can switch to the next one. Now, this is my backup that, yes, if I need to realign to a different corporate structure because my values don't match anymore, my worth is not perceived anymore, where I want to do, where I want my efforts to be focused on, they don't want that anymore because that's not making the corporate money. I can just say, you do you.
So, can you finish the sentence? I almost didn't join this program because.
So, I mean, one of the reasons we almost didn't join, for that, let me tell why we joined. We went to BurCon last year in November. We met with the amazing community. We got to hear Palak and Niti and all the amazing panelists and all. And then we said, okay, we should join. Why we didn't join almost was I didn't want to go to BurCon. Like, she was like, hey, you heard some, sorry, Palak, don't get offended. You heard some lady on Instagram talking about this program, and you just want to go all the way halfway across the country, and like all the way across the country to BurCon, spend this much money, and just go there and have to join this program. I said, no way, I'm not gonna do that. I was dragged, kicking and screaming as to BurCon. So yeah, we almost didn't join. I mean, she actually put her foot down. She said, you know what? If anything, you have to go, and then it's okay if you don't want to talk to me after that for a month, but you have to go to BurCon with
It
me.
was that. It was literally that. Like I told him, I'm not going to go to any of his booths supporting his t-shirt thingy because he doesn't like talking to people. So I am the salesperson at these booths. I'm like, you will not have a salesperson. You better come or your t-shirts are not going to get sold because you won't be able to talk to people. I was like, this is happening.
Okay, fine.
I
I'll
like
go.
That is
made a
great.
business deal with your spouse. I love that.
Yeah. Oh my God, that is great.
Instagram knew that I was looking to spend money on things, and they were sending me all of these gurus who were talking about their Lamborghini and their fancy houses, and I'm like, that's just no, that was the wrong message. And when Palak talks about how she made that transformation, that resonated with me, and to the point that I was willing to push our marriage that has been around for how many decades to that corner. It's like, yes, you have to go. I don't care. I'm putting my foot down. That is how much you inspired me. You were like, this is going to work because of you, and I can push this relationship as far as I can because of that trust. So
Mhm.
And
yes,
in
you
yourself
had the perfect
too.
video.
But like in yourself too, right? Like that's really trusting your judgment, and that's amazing. And I didn't know so much. I didn't know a marriage relied on how Burkhan went. So I'm really glad. I'm really
Yeah.
glad you guys are together. Because we adore all of you. So yes. So if somebody was watching this, is there something you can give them that they can implement right away? Maybe it's about real estate, maybe it's about productivity, maybe it's about something that you're doing, something that somebody can execute right away after watching this. Is there any advice you can give them?
I would say take the leap of faith, just do it. And whenever there's a problem, you figure out a solution because of the cohort, because of the
Yeah,
group,
the whole
because of the
community to help
community.
you out. Yeah.
Yes.
Join the calls, and sometimes you feel I feel like I'm kind of drifting away, and then I just join these calls again and again, kind of recenter myself. Hey, you know what? It's okay. You have problems, but then there are solutions, and there are people to help you out. The whole community is there. So
Man,
just do it.
so good. Y'all are incredible. Seriously, incredible. Thank
inspired.
you.
When you're ready to get serious, you can join us at theinvestoraccelerator.com.
It's like getting 1,000 episodes worth of information in 5 days, and it's everything you need to build your actionable plan to financial freedom and making work optional.